Hi, I'm Dr. Ted Beebes, and this is the second in our series on the management operating system. Today we want to talk about the key measures of attainment, productivity, and performance through the eyes of Sam, our business owner, who uses them to select his new assistant manager. I hope you enjoy it. In our last video, we met Sam, who owns a small but growing widget manufacturing company. The growth of his business means Sam must find someone to whom he can delegate the day-to-day management activities. Upon reflection of how he operates, Sam recognized the management operating system he uses. By forecasting, planning, assigning, following up, reporting, and evaluating, Sam continually improves each step in the process and the overall functions of his company. Sam has three key measures: attainment, productivity, and performance he uses to keep track of his business. His goals is to use these measures to find his next assistant manager. Meet Fred and Jenna. They are the two people Sam thinks will meet his requirements. They know the business, they've both been with him since the beginning, and they know not only the production side, but also what it takes to provide his level of customer service. Sam felt both were equally qualified and hard workers. Every time he walked by their desks, he saw and heard them speaking to customers or busy on their computers. Additionally, he received nothing but glowing reports and praise from his customers about how one or both of them helped them meet a deadline or were easy to work with. But which one should he choose? Sam always kept detailed records of every aspect of his business, from when people clocked in and out, and how much they produced each day, to what customers had problems, how quickly they were resolved. For Fred and Jenna, Sam decided he'd look at the number of customer service tickets closed per day for the last month. The open tickets represented the customer service demand, or work required to be completed on any day, while the closed tickets represented the actual work completed. Whoever was able to meet the customer demand best must be the right person for the job. Sam simply calculated the number of tickets closed each day, then divided by the number of open tickets at the start of the day and called this attainment. Therefore, whoever had the best attainment number was the most deserving of the promotion. But after reviewing the numbers for the last month, Sam could not discern a clear winner. Some days Fred closed as many tickets as were open, while other days Jenna did so. And there are as many days when they closed an equal number of tickets or exceeded the number. So while the overall numbers seemed constant, there was no consistency. Both candidates' attainment numbers were equal for the month. Sam decided to dive a bit deeper into his data and felt the most productive person would be the best choice. Following conventional wisdom, Sam understood productivity was measured as the rate of items or widgets produced in any given period. For example, the number of cars produced per day, per hour, or so forth. Again, Sam looked at the average number of customer service tickets they closed per day for the last month. To his surprise, Sam found that Fred closed on average 25% more tickets each day than did Jenna, but by his observation, both were always busy working. He decided he needed more information to understand what was going on. After discussing the issue with Fred and Jenna, Sam found they divided the work between simple and complex problems. While both could easily handle any problem that came to them, Jenna enjoyed the more complex issues, so she handled most of these types of tickets. The result was that because of the complexity of the problems, they took more time to resolve than did the simple issues. Since Fred was able to complete more tickets than Jenna, Sam realized he was comparing apples to oranges, so how to make the comparisons equal. After further observation and review, Sam determined that a simple customer service ticket took an average of about 15 minutes to complete, or 4 per hour, while a complex ticket required about 20 minutes to complete, or 3 per hour. Fred and Jenna agreed these were reasonable expectations. To level the playing field, Sam assigned the two measures accordingly, and each time they completed a ticket, they would earn hours. At the end of the day, the number of tickets completed, divided by the expectation for those tickets, equaled the earned hours of the day. Sam's definition of productivity now changed. Comparing the earned hours to the total hours gave Sam a more reasonable view of how productive each person was, even though they worked at different rates on different things. Sam began tracking Fred and Jenna's performance daily and was surprised by what he found. On average, Fred completed 21 tickets per day, thus earning 5.25 hours, while Jenna completed an average of 16 tickets, earning 5 1/3 hours. Therefore, they were relatively equal, 66 and 67% productive, respectively. But what troubled, or rather perplexed Sam, was that in any given 8-hour day, they were only slightly more than 65% productive, and therefore losing nearly 3 hours of work each day. How could this be? Sam forgot to adjust for lunch and breaks. Fred and Jenna were hourly employees, and therefore took 2 15-minute breaks and 1 30-minute lunch. Adjusting for the time allowed, their productivity increased to 75 and 76 respectively. Acceptable levels for now, but also room for improvement. While he now had a way to measure productivity equally across the organization, regardless of the product mix, Sam's dilemma remained. Fred and Jenna were equally productive. Were the direct hours, the active time spent working on the ticket, the same? There was almost 2 hours not accounted for. Sam sat down with Fred and Jenna to find out what they were spending their time on. Fred and Jenna agreed that not everything goes as smoothly, and while the expected completion times were correct, there are many instances of unforeseen problems and delays, the time they did not or could not actually work on tickets. Examples include computer program failures, internal and external communication delays, and other interruptions. Upon reflection, both believe computer issues and work interruptions were the most common problems over the last month, and accounted for between 60 and 90 minutes of lost time each day. Sam felt better now that he understood why Fred and Jenna were not as productive as he thought. Crediting back the time, Sam divided the earned hours by the direct hours, and accounting for the lost time, found their performance increased to 87.5% and 93% respectively. The results showed Sam that while Jenna had slightly more lost time, her performance was greater, meaning she completed her work more efficiently than Fred, but by a slim margin. Now Sam needs to decide who his new assistant will be. Even though the measures were nearly equal, they pointed ever so slightly to Jenna, but the differences were negligible. 1 or 2 complete or incomplete tickets either way could change the outcome. So Sam made the only decision he felt was fair. He promoted both of them. He needed to expand his operations, and adding a second shift was the best way. Now he had a qualified manager for each. He also had 3 new measures he could apply across his organization to help him maintain his oversight. But how to implement it? That, he decided, would be his new manager's first project. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or would like to discuss anything in this video, please contact me at tnbbs@tnbbpmconsulting.com.